They say every picture tells a story. What's the story here? This is the story. I'm making this up as I tell it right now. I look like Poppa. I gotta trim my beard. Hey, what's the story? This is the story. Let's make up something. This is the story of a young woman who delivers Christmas presents in the snow. She needs a name. And she needs a backstory. What do you think? What can we do with this, huh? This is a children's book that doesn't have a children's book. This is a story that doesn't have a story. But every picture tells a story. So I kind of went crazy today, or wild. I had this wild idea. I'll put it down. I had this idea. It's not that wild. I had this wild idea. Sorry, I'm stuck on the word wild. I had this idea to do a picture of a young woman, like dressed like Mrs. Claus or something, riding a bicycle with a basket on the front, and there's gifts in the basket. And if you watch the video, it's a long one. I think it's about an hour long. Most of the time was spent on her face. It took me a while to be happy with her face. But anyway, you'll see if you watch the video that I kind of made this up as I went along. I didn't really have an idea exactly, except for the girl on the bicycle with the gifts in the basket. That's all I really had in my mind, and so I wasn't really sure how to do this one. But if nothing else, this might not be a great video for learning how to paint, which I don't even know if I do a good job with that. But it does show how I work as an illustrator. Because if you're new to the channel, first of all, welcome. For those of you who've watched it a while, you know that I illustrate children's books. I'm not famous in that regard. In fact, I don't even know how many I've done. I've done a lot. And I don't do them all the time. I get them when I get an assignment. I just finished an assignment the other day. It took me about 2 months or more. But anyway, it's if you knew, I'm retired from radio. I was a radio guy. And I always did art. I thought I would just do art. And so anyways, I've been doing cards like these that will be donated to the church because they have a fundraiser to help people who are in need. And some of those people are now without a home because of the 2 hurricanes we had that went through. So I'm sure that the money they raise will be part of the aid to those people. So I think this will be 172 or 73. I want to reach, my goal is to reach 200. Today's October, what's today? October 19th? Yeah. And then the auction is November 23rd, so I have a little over a month to get the rest of the cards done. This is my own self-imposed quota. My self-imposed. I'm the one who came up with 200. Nobody said, Poppa, paint 200 pictures. Paint 200 greeting cards. Nobody told me to do that. But I thought, when I started doing them, I just thought, wow, I wonder how many I'll be able to get done by the time it's the auction. And I'm doing one a day. So I must have done it for 170 something days. Skipping a few here and there. But yeah. Some of them are just landscapes. Some of them are, this is like a little more detail. Like this one has a little more detail. Also, if you don't mind, if you consider we are now over 10,000 subscribers, which makes us eligible to help donate to a charity, and we chose St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. I love it when you guys write to me, and I so appreciate the gifts you've sent me and sent Robin. And I really would like, instead, if you have a couple of things you want to give away, instead of giving them to me, maybe you can donate to St. Jude and or maybe the church in your area. Anyway, that's enough of that. I'm not good at that kind of thing, you know. I'm not a good salesman. And so basically I'm a retired radio guy. And I'm an artist, I say with reluctance, but I'm mostly an illustrator, I say with more confidence. And I want to show you how I illustrated this picture that I'm going to show to Robin. And I'm going to say, Robin, can you write a story based on this character? And I'll let you know what she comes up with. All right, I've made a long enough intro here. The video is kind of long, so I appreciate you watching. And if you fast forward it, you're not going to hurt my feelings. And if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the little thing underneath the video. And just thank you. Thank you so much for all the kind things you say and everything you've done to make this channel a success. All right, here we go. I'm going to show you how I did that right now. All right, let's give this one a shot and see what we come up with. Because you've already seen the intro, you already know how it looks. But I don't know yet. I'll find out. I'll find out. That's the fun part about doing this. I really don't know how it's going to look. Right now I'm just looking for some kind of a pinkish orange. That looks good. And you notice I'm not doing a sketch first. I'm taking a chance here by not doing a sketch. Just put a little color there. And I'll let that dry like that. And a little bit here. Hopefully it'll look the way we want it to look. I don't know if this is Mrs. Claus or if this is I can just a lady dressed up as Santa. I don't know. All right, there's that color. Now let's go for the light or dirty light blue. It shouldn't be too hard to do that. Just a little bit. We're going to come back to everything. But the thing is, you got to make sure one area is dry before you do the next. So it's almost like touching. And these will be touching, so got to be careful there. So I'm not going to do that. Instead, what I'm going to do is a little bit of green. I think I'm going to do green now. Well, this is a challenge. So I got to see her collar would be there. And her green coat. She's wearing a green coat. Right there. Here we go. Comes down and her arm goes down here. And then over here we have another white collar. Oh man. I am nervous about doing this one. I am nervous. Let's see how I do. And she's riding a bicycle, so her arm is extended right there. There we go. I just let that sit like that. Let's see how that looks. Oh, yeah. Can you tell I'm nervous about this? All right, now she's got handlebars here, but they are mostly white. Because they're silver. So let me try for the red part of her hat. Let's see if I can get some red in there. Make it red, very red. That looks red. All right, now she's got that little hat coming up here. We'll bring it around here. It should come down. All right, that's good enough. Here we have the red up against green. I know that seems weird, but that one looks dry. That looks good. And then over here it's still wet, so I gotta wait for that to dry. We're gonna add our shadows later on. Okay, as her hand is right there. Let's see if we can get her pants. Let's see, we want the handlebar to go up there and down there. Okay. Hey, this is nerve-wracking. Nerve-wracking. So I'm sorry I'm not carrying on about just memories and things I like to talk about. Right now I'm just so focused on this. It's hard to talk about like other things. So I'm talking only about the art, which is okay, I guess. That looks good, right? But we'll see. We'll get to that part. We have to get a little bit of that watercolor in there, I think. Yeah, that's going to be her foot on the pedal. There we go. There we go. Right, now, let's see. It's a very Christmassy coloring looking thing already, isn't it? It's already Christmassy looking. Alright, let me get some dark colors in here. As long as this is dry, maybe I can put some right here. You can always add to it. It's going to be hard to take it away though. There we go. Get that green up there. A little bit of darkness in here. A little bit of a design there. Get some dark brown here. little bit of darkness here. Hope I don't mess this up too bad. There we go. Oh boy. Alright, let's get some more of this darkness here. Let's try to sketch in the area around her arm. Let's just try and figure this out. Try to get this looking like a bicycle handlebar. Okay, and then it'll go up again. And then over, and her hand would be over it. There we go. There's her arm. And as long as that's dry up there, let me put a little more detail in her eyes. It's a little bit big. There we go. A little bit of a smile there. Let's get that green. Get that green dress a little bit shadowed in here. The green coat, I should say. hand is there. Her sleeve is there. Okay, and over here, she's got a lot of shadows happening too. I've got a tiny, tiny, tiny little brush. I have a very tiny brush here. Very tiny. There we are. There you get these eyes looking a little bit better than they do. Not so sure about these eyes. That's all right. That's okay. We can fix that. Yeah, I think I can fix what I just did there. I think this might be the most difficult part of this particular picture, is this face. So I'm just going to keep working on it, because I don't want to leave it in a way that I don't like. I want it to be a happy, happy face. A lady who is happy to be delivering Christmas gifts on a bicycle. I mean, that is pretty cool. If you think about, let's say your aunt or your big sister, let's say you're a kid, and maybe your older cousin or something is coming over, and she's bringing gifts on a bicycle. That's pretty cool. Maybe she's a true environmentalist. She wants to make sure she doesn't use gas if she doesn't need to. Gasoline. Okay. We'll get it. We'll get it. I hope I get it. I might need to use gouache on her face, so I'm gonna let that dry right now. See what I can do with this. Yeah, I might need to use gouache around her face. All right, now what? Now where do I go with this? Let me go back to this brush. So I kind of have her the way I want her, but not completely. There we go. Okay, now over here, left is some red boxes. She's got a basket down here. The basket kind of looks like it's right there. Let's see how that looks. I'm sketching it in now with paint because I kind of need to be able to see where this is. There's that hand and there's that hand. She's riding this bicycle. The basket is somehow affixed to the front. The bicycle frame is here. I hope I get that right. And her other leg is pedaling. And the basket is down here. And her front tire is right here. And this leg is pedaling. And that's the frame of the bicycle. And this is her leg in the shadows. That's good. And here's that front tire. And here's the red frame coming on from underneath. And that, of course, connects to the handlebars. as you know. Let's hope this comes out. Right, so she's got her foot on that pedal, and there's of course the mechanism for the pedal. Alright, let's get some color here. Make this a little bit darker here. Let's see, she's got black boots. She's pedaling. Oh boy, I'm not so sure about this. Okay, let's get the gouache. Gonna have to get the gouache. Get the gouache. Still need a little bit of that. I'm not so sure I like the way her face came out, so I'm gonna fix that. I hope I can fix it. Let's see if I can use this brush here. Okay. I know this is so delicate here. very tiny bit. That's a little too much, I think. Alright, I'll have to come back to it after it dries, because that's too much red. Too much. See if I can do anything with the eyes. Okay, that's not too bad, I guess. There we go, a little bit better. Not sure where I'm going with this right now. Alright, let's get some more red on that bicycle. There we go. All right, let's put that brush away. very little, all these little tiny details here. So we want this gift to be red. Everything red. Red packages. Here. Okay. Give her some brown hair, I think. I want more flowing hair coming from her. Looks better. I think I like that better. All right, let's get go. There's a handlebar, the handlebar grip. Some of this blue here. Get some blue in her hat. Make it look like it's shadow. Some over here too. The other side of that ball. Her collar. There we go. Her mittens. Get that blue in there. Some of this light blue here too on this side of the trimming on the basket. There we go. Okay, here's this. Get some of that blue over here. Here we go. Almost there, I think. I think we're getting closer. now we gotta make the background. I don't know how easy that's gonna be. I don't even know what I want in the background. Well, obviously we want a road, so let's start with the road. Just traveling down a road somewhere. So just give her a little road. Not sure how this road is going to look. I'm going to put the road through the spokes, of course. And then maybe along the side of the road. And maybe the sky is orangish. I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe she's riding in the early morning. There we go. And she's got trees. Lots of trees. Let's give her some trees. Not sure how to do this. Let's just start building something and see if it looks like anything we like. I want to make this very dark up against her so we can see her really well. There's a tree in the background. There's another tree. It's starting to happen, I guess. Maybe some trees back here that are not defined very well. Alright, let's just keep building them like that. Let's just keep building them. Everything has to be dark behind her. I think she's got to be the bright spot. So let's make sure she's the bright spot. Not giving away my bright spot. I'm not throwing away my bright spot. That's from a paraphrase of Hamilton. I'm not throwing away my bright spot. Not throwing away my bright spot. Alright, let's just see how this works. It's starting to look like something I like. I'm not sure. A little bit of a story here, I guess, about a girl who's delivering Christmas gifts on her bicycle. The Christmas elf. She's a Christmas elf. That's what I think she is. She's a Christmas elf. The bicycle Christmas elf. The bicycle elf. What do you think? What do you guys think, huh? Let's go here, bigger tree right here. Alright, we just keep doing it. I think it's happening. I think I'm liking it now. Not sure what I'm going to do with the white area in there. Probably not much. I don't want to take too much away from it. Maybe if I'm careful I can make some snow there. Maybe there's a line right there. Alright, let's finish over here. I know most of this is not going to be seen because it's behind the fold of the card. I can breathe a little easier now because I'm sort of happy with her, with the way she looks. She's definitely a happy elf, huh? And she's riding down somewhere, getting ready to deliver some gifts to somebody. Boy, the back of the card is a mess. The back of the card is just a crazy mess. Let me spread it out and give it some time to dry before I finish the card. I'm probably gonna add some white to those trees, I think. Not so sure what I'm doing here. This is all the back of the card, so not so sure what that's going to be like. Just make sure the water doesn't drip to the front of the card. Come on, go away. Go away. Go to that end. And then when you dry, it will be good. Alright, now I am honestly not sure what I'm going to do here. It's kind of an odd looking picture. Alright, let me turn it off so it can dry and I'll be right back. Alright, let's see what I want to do here. I think I think maybe what might make this picture better is snow. I think maybe. So let me add a little bit of snow to these trees in the background. And then maybe just add snowflakes in the picture. Maybe it's snowing. So I'd like to do these, I can talk a little bit better now than I could before. I like to do these so that you can see this is really more of a demonstration on how I do illustrations. I know it's art, but a lot of times I'll have a book to illustrate, and then there's an idea, that I have. It's not always dictated to me by the author or the publisher. A lot of times it's just like, well, what do I think? They leave it up to me a lot, which is kind of scary, but so far so good. It's worked out pretty good. But my point is, for this video anyway, is that I'm not really showing you how to do art, although maybe I am. But I think more I'm demonstrating how I do an illustration, how I change my mind about things and alter things. Now I'll tell you this, the girl on the bicycle here, if she was a character in a book, I would have to be more careful. I'd have to be way more careful than I was, because I'd have to be sure she looks like the character, she looks the same. Like throughout the book, she has to have that same look. So that's part of what I need to do, but not this case, because in this case I'm just having fun doing a card, and I think you get the idea. So just putting some gloves on her that are a little bit more obvious. Yeah, so in illustrating a book, and here's the other part of this, it might be a sketch. So I might not use this. I might use this as a sketch for later on, so this would be the first sketch, and then I'll use this and change some of the things on it and refine some of the things, just so that it looks more like what's in mind. And I'll tell you the other thing too, I don't usually do it with paint. I usually do it digitally. It's just so much more convenient, and I can do it anywhere. I can sit in my easy chair and do it. And so I do refine a lot of stuff digitally when it's an illustration for a book, because ultimately all of the illustrations become digital files. So even if you have a painting that you did traditionally, like this is traditional paint, just regular paint. I'm going to add snowflakes now. I think I made up my mind about that. So with traditional paint, you have to then take a very high resolution photograph that becomes a digital file, and that's how the publisher uses it. So you might as well do it digitally the whole way through, because then you have first of all, you have it. Not only do you have it, but you also have an opportunity to change it, to revise it. My publisher that we work with has a rule that artists or illustrators are only do 3 revisions. So if the author wants changes, the author has to make sure that it's clear what changes are wanted. I'm a lot looser than that. I'll do as many changes as they want, to be honest with you. I've never had a problem with that. I've never had an author who said, I want 20 changes. I want to rechange it again and again. And I've had people do more than 3, which is where the publisher wants us to stop at 3, but that's not fair. I feel like if I didn't quite get the look that they want in the for the book, then I didn't do my job, you know. You know, one of the things that's kind of weird about illustrating, like freelance, like I do, is you don't always get credit. It doesn't always, they don't always put your name in the book or on the book. So, but I don't care. I don't care. I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you the titles of most of the books that I've done. I can if it's a book that Robin wrote, because I illustrate Robin's books. And I've written a couple myself too. But anyway, hey, I kind of like the way this looks. I kind of like her now. The girl delivering gifts on her bicycle. The bicycle elf. Oh, I like it a lot. I like it a lot. What do you think? All right, I'm gonna fold it over. Hopefully I don't touch any of that white paint. There we go. Every picture tells a story, right? So there's our story for today. Hope you like it. I hope I like it. I like it right now. Maybe I won't like it tomorrow. We'll see. But anyway, another Christmas card. A girl delivering gifts on a bicycle. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.